Okay. What's up? What's up? Philly Uncensored Sport Podcast is in your building. Here we doing a quick New York. It's the Philly Uncensored / New York Knicks podcast. Listen, man, the Knicks, Boston Celtics. This is a premier matchup. I had a feeling these two will run into each other in the playoffs. My initial prediction, honestly, was Celtics and Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals, but New York and Indiana is upsetting the establishment at least early on. They not playing. They forget my plans and everybody else who thought the 1 and 2 seed was going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. They coming for blood. They not playing. New York with a fantastic overtime victory today. Let me pull some stats up. Huge end of the game play, by the way, or huge overtime by the dude that should have been the 76ers. Irritates me every time I see Mikal Bridges hooping when he did it in Brooklyn. Yeah. Now he do in New York. This aggravates the very fiber of my being. Yeah. Because there's no way in the world this dude shouldn't have been a Philadelphia 76er because he was a hometown dude who we drafted. Traded on draft day for some goofiness. Nonetheless, I got that off my chest. He played 51 of a possible 53 minutes.
I saw that.
Had a huge overtime corner three. Then he ended the game with a steal. Snatched the joint straight out Jaylen Brown hand like taking candy from a baby. Snatched the joint. Boop, boop, give me that. Throw it down the court. Game over. New York wins. Game total 108-105. Boston didn't even get a chance to get a 3-point shot off. I also thought it was a good foul by Cat. I thought he was sending them to the line, but he had a foul to give. But I do think it took away precious moments and an opportunity for Celtics to possibly get a good shot. Yeah. So that was actually a good foul by Cat, and it worked out, for their favor, and they ended up winning the game. What's up, well-seasoned gamer? Excellent victory, all your New York fans out there. What a game to celebrate. Tim, what's your thoughts?
It's more nostalgia. I told you I grew up a Knicks fan, and I've been loyal to my Sixers since a teenager. But I was a diehard Knicks fan, so it felt good, like to see them hoop. I gotta say, the boy Cat. We had a debate whether or not he's better than Joel Embiid. I feel he's better than Joel. Others don't. He's the perfect fit for the New York Knicks team. He's a perfect fit. I like the fact that he can hoop himself, but he also will let Brunson do his thing and defer. And that's what I like about his game. He's not a superstar that demands the ball all the time. And man, they delivered him and Brunson. I mean, they were down 20 points in the third quarter. Down 20. The score. I'm trying to figure out what's the lead. Is the lead they blew the game? What's the lead for this game? Or was it just Mikal Bridges, what he did, 2 steals? I mean,
OG also. What's up, Jabroni? OG came up huge, 29 points, shot 50% from the field, 54% from 3. He was 6 for 11 from 3. OG came up huge, 3 for 4 from the line. Also gave you 3. How many rebounds? 3 rebounds. Only had he had 3 turnovers. We also had 4 total rebounds rather, and 3 assists. Did have 3 turnovers. He also threw a steal in there. Brunson came up huge, 29 points. He was a little off from the field, 39% overall. Not terrible. I mean, not playoffs. You have some of them games. I can't knock your hustle. He came up some huge shot. He was 5 for 9 from 3 is where he really got cooking at 55% from 3. And then they had obviously Hart dropped 14. Cat, like you said, played very, very well in the flow of the game. Doesn't need to dominate the ball. Don't clog up the middle. He know how to get in and get out. He can hover around the 3 because he can knock the 3 down. He didn't hit none tonight. Only shot 1. But if necessary, he one of the best shooting 3 centers in the league. Maybe one of the best in history, for real. Yeah. So great fit. Know how to move around. Know how to, get in the way and get out the way at the same time. I agree with you. He's a great fit for them. And right now they on a tear right now.
They on the road.
York ain't playing.
They stole home court advantage right away from the Boston Celtics. Now, the next game is just it'll be gravy if they win. I don't see them winning. I guess when they play in a couple of days, but they just got to hold home court now. They stole it from the Boston Celtics. Now they just got to go to the Garden, not next game, but the game after that, and they got to win, take care of business at home. I like what I'm seeing from this game, from this team right now. It's like they're gelling. Mikal Bridges, and like you said, he's supposed to have been Philly, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, y'all a good road team. Well season gamer, and I I would be fraudulent if I didn't mention, because we didn't do y'all Detroit series. Y'all got some favorable calls against Detroit to get y'all in this position. Even though I still think y'all would have won, y'all did get some favorable calls. That was a very good series. I wish we'd have actually covered that series a little tighter. But we all had a lot going on. But we covering this series. I do want to cover this series game for game, because this is it right here. Boston, New York. This is it. It don't get too much better than this.
It don't. This should have been the Eastern Conference Finals, though. I wish this was the Eastern Conference Finals, because
I mean, look, either way, you're going to have a banging Eastern Conference Finals, because the way the Pacers, if we don't know what's going to happen, all right? Hypothetically, if the Knicks get there and the Pacers upset Cleveland, which very well could happen, I'm not sure how much time Garland going to miss, but if Garland don't play, Cleveland might be in trouble, bro.
Well, they said Mobley's might be out. He's a game time decision and another. They got two players.
Oh, no, Cleveland in trouble.
They are in trouble.
Cleveland in trouble, bro. And that'd be disastrous to do all that winning only to fall out the playoffs in the second round. That'd be disastrous. But with the Brody said, stop it. Harris foul hard before you foul. Listen, there's a couple little suspects. There's two back-to-back games. So I'm not saying y'all would have lost. I'm rooting for y'all. I like Brunson. I like the Bull Cat. I like OG. OG is a flat-out certified baller.
He is. So I give OG his props too, because I mean, even when he go into the hole, he's a finisher. I was more impressed with him today. He had a last minute dunk, and he still wound up. He got fouled. He finishes at the bucket. Talk to the dog.
No, I think my neighbors might be having an argument or something.
Oh snap!
Yeah. So if y'all hear shooting or something, y'all see my computer just go off. Y'all know, guys. I might be calling the cops. I'm a Karen. I'm one of these boys. Like, yeah, hello. So let me let y'all know what's going down. But my wife and my daughter being newsy. Now my dog barking. But yeah, OG is a dog, Brony. He a dog. He's certified. He don't play around. Big body, too, strong ball, could take you to the cup, take you to the jump shot.
Because they deep. That's the thing is when the Knicks is a deep squad. If you think about it, they got like 3 or 4 bulls that can give you 30 on any given night.
I can agree. And McBride didn't even really get all popping. I mean, he had a decent game. He was 3 for 6 from 3. That's really what he do. He come in, McBride can shoot, man. That dude was irritating me last year against the Sixers, bro.
He is. Well, he's clutch. That's what we're gonna need.
He is. He could hoop, man. He could hoop. So this is gonna be a good series. We're gonna be following y'all, man. I was surprised. Tatum shot a flat out cold-blooded air ball. I think
they shot 63 pointers.
That's crazy.
How do you shoot 63 pointers in a game and only hit 25% of them?
My fault too. He said my dog was barking for OG. Yeah, he's telling y'all OG a dog. Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. 63 pointers is ridiculous. This is what teams is morphing into a little too much for me. But as they say, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. What was their percentage on the 3?
5%.
That's terrible. That loses games. 15 out of 60. That's insanely garbage. You shoot 63s, you at least got to hit in the 20s. You at least got hit in the 20s. You shoot 63. That's crazy. The thing I will say, the thing that's bad for New York, I would say this for y'all. That's not good for y'all. And I'm going to tell you why, because Boston, I can almost assure you, will not shoot that bad again. That's very rare they're going to shoot 15 for 60 from 3. And they did that, and y'all only won by 3. So that's not a good sign. For them peeping, that's not a good sign for New York.
Also got some favorable calls down the stretch too by the refs. So the game could have been a little bit more.
The champs always get the calls.
That's true.
But we're gonna see. I mean, just to go around real quick, I know I really want to stay up for this Denver OKC game. This looks like it's gonna be good. I want to see that series. Right now, they're going back to back. But I'm gonna be in the bed probably within the next half hour. But so I ain't gonna be. I listen. I stayed up a little later than I wanted to watching that Golden State game, and that's the only team West Coast I could afford. I could risk sleep for, which by the way was a sensational closeout game by Buddy Hield. Steph Curry came through in the fourth quarter, had 14 points in the fourth. He was 5 for 6 from the field in the fourth quarter. He wasn't playing good offensively. He actually played good defensively the whole game. Made smart plays. I didn't notice until this morning when I was watching First Take. Curry actually had a LeBron-like series. He led the Golden State in points, rebounds, and assists. I didn't know that. He had the only double-double for Golden State in this 7-game series, and that was yesterday when he had 10 rebounds. He almost had a triple-double. He had 10 rebounds and 7 assists. I mean, he really locked in and played incredible throughout that series for the most part. Just making the plays when need to be made, and they got the win, and now they're moving on against Minnesota. So that's going to be an interesting series. They start that joint tomorrow. So Golden State coming off a win, flew straight to Minnesota, and they playing tomorrow. So they all got no rest, and they playing the team who've been chilling for the last week. Yeah, I mean, so
they get ran by like 25 tomorrow.
I see a buzzsaw coming for them at least game 1. I see, because that's hard to emotionally get up for a game 7. And then you win, and now you got to try to emotionally get up for a game 1 to start the series. And I wouldn't be shocked if they get beat by 20 tomorrow. It wouldn't surprise me.
Somebody, Jabrani, it is a lot of former Sixers in the playoffs right now, chilling.
It is. That's what hurt. That's what hurts. That hurts a lot to see that, especially dudes who being productive and putting in work. Yeah. That's irritating to watch. Greg said, we said, I know y'all wish he played for y'all like that last year. Who's he talking about? Oh, Toby. You talking about Toby? Yeah, I know. Yeah. He was hooping in Detroit, bro.
I thought you were talking about Buddy.
Maybe Buddy. Either one, both of them. Both of them. Buddy or Toby, because Buddy was on a heater yesterday. Yeah, Hill. Okay. Yeah, he was on the heater yesterday, bro. He was 12 for 15 from the field. He could not miss if he wanted to.
Why
but you said the bull Buddy Hield, he shoots. I heard 2 different stats, so I'm not sure which one is true. The last one I heard is he shoots 80% from the 3 when he doesn't dribble. And when he dribble, it drops down to like 20%. It's something crazy. I heard one stat saying it's around 65% he shot when he don't dribble. And then but it always drops down dramatically when he actually takes 1 or more dribbles. That's a crazy, crazy stat. And that's why Jimmy, if y'all remember the interview, Jimmy Butler said, "No, buddy, stop dribbling. Just shoot the ball, bro. Yeah, if you go dribble, take it to the rack or do a mid-range."
Cam ain't getting the game today. What's up? Why Cam ain't get no love? He got 3 minutes.
Payne. I mean, listen, I like Cam Payne. You gotta remember this is game 1. As the series stretches, Cam is going to get more minutes in these joints. I can see Cam getting a couple more minutes as the series stretches. But the first game you want to try to. I seen Kerr use the same tactic with Golden State in the Houston series. The first game when you see you got opportunity to get it, you almost grind your starters out and you give them like Bishop McCall played 51 minutes. Like that's crazy.
That's too much. That's too many minutes. He on dog the players like even. OG played 46 minutes. I know it was overtime. Brunson played 45, and Hart had 45. But I don't think he's gonna wear everybody down.
See, we know how Tibbs play. That's dangerous. If it was any other coach, I would say it was mainly because you're trying to steal game 1. You kind of go all in to steal that game 1 because you can shift the momentum. But Tibbs kind of coached like that naturally. So yeah. I can't argue with you on that point. Hopefully he don't. If this dude don't learn nothing else, he got to learn from his. Bro, you done did it with the Bulls. You did it last year with New York. Remember all the injuries they had throughout the playoffs? They started piling up. The refs, first of all, the refs ain't calling much. Let's talk about that real fast too. I love the way they ref in these games.
Because they ain't calling no.
Yeah, like just let these dudes play. If it's egregious, okay, call it. For the most part, let them get physical, man. This is physical basketball. I seen a podcast with whatchamacallit talking about a BJ Armstrong, and he was just saying like the NBA, the way they call this playoffs, you got to be ready to play physical ball. If you're not a physical, you ain't gonna last. And he's right about that. But this is how the game should be. This is that 90s ball that everybody was talking about, that everybody wants to see. No, not necessarily nobody swinging on nobody, but you just want to see these teams getting physical and not every time somebody go to the lane. That's irritating. Like let them hoop, and the greatness is going to show who could ball, who could fight through the physical adversity. Then you're going to see true greatness rise to the top. I love this. I love it. I hope they continue to call it like that. In all honesty, it's kind of disservice to the players because you should kind of call the game like that through the year, for real, because it's a culture shock if you calling, you getting all you want, everything to the basket, then all of a sudden come playoffs, you ain't calling that. It's like, whoa, I normally go to the line 12 times. Now it's a culture shock. So
yeah,
but I do like the way they call it.
I mean, Jalen got to the line 10 times, and Tatum 7 times, but that's because he shoots so many 3-pointers. But I think they Mitchell Robinson got to the line 10 times.
He's 3 for 10. We got to the line 5 times.
5 times.
10 total free throws. So
yeah,
3 for 10. You got to do better than that. That's terrible. But I mean, he not good. He's not good at 3-point shooting. Brunson took 7 free throws. Hart took 6. That was a high. Cat didn't even go.
Yeah.
Let me see. No, Cat went to the line 2 times. Mikal didn't go.
So the refs are playing it. They playing everything tight. They letting them talk ball. Got to. Let them hoop, man. Let them dudes hoop. This is what basketball. Let the players decide the game and not the whistle. I've always been adamant about you letting the whistle decide. Who wins, and I don't like that. So all right. So we just want to come in briefly just talk, but I want to say who you like in the other 3 series. Actually, all 4 of them. Who do you have coming out of each of these series?
I'm going Golden State until Minnesota proves me wrong. I do think Ann is on a warpath. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm not going to be totally shocked if Minnesota wins, but I do think Jimmy and Curry right now is on a mission, at least to get to the Western Conference Finals, and then we'll see what happens. Denver and OKC. I think OKC is going to win. I want Denver to win for selfish reasons, because I think if Golden State gets past Minnesota, their easiest chance to the championship is to Denver.
I agree. That's why I want OKC to win.
He's a hater. I think they have a better opportunity to beat it. Now, the one that got me is kind of unfair because of injuries to Cleveland series. I think with Garland and with Mobley, I think Cleveland would have won that series in 5 or 6 games. With Garland going, Mobley out, it totally flips this series on top of his head. I'm going. Cleveland still got a lot of weapons. Wishmacall was off too. We got to remember Donovan Mitchell shot 1 for 11 from 3. I don't see that happening again.
That's a lot. That's nasty work.
It's terrible, nasty work. I don't see that happening again. So I still can see. I'm still going with Cleveland to win this series. I'm still going. It does give me pause that Mobley and Wishmacall is gone. They still got Ty Jerome, who dropped like 20-something. That boy could shoot. He got a game. He got handles now. I know Golden State and the Sixers wish they kept Ty Jerome because he balling. But they still got him. They still got whatchamacallit. They still got good defense in the middle with the boy Jared Allen. They got a couple other boys that they can rely on. So I'm still going with Cleveland for that series.
I'm worried because DeAndre Hunter is questionable too with a thumb injury. So you got DeAndre Hunter hurt, Evan Mobley ankle, Darius Garland toe.
So I said the Pacers are going to win in about 6-5. I'm taking the Pacers. So if the injuries start piling up, you can't do nothing about it. They got too many injuries. Pacers going to win. If is Garland coming back, or is he already ruled out for game 2?
I don't know. They just said he's questionable right now.
Yeah, Phil W. They came back and won. They won in overtime.
Yeah.
They won in overtime. You could watch them highlights. That game was crazy. Yeah, watch the highlights. That game was wild. Yeah, that series. I wouldn't. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet in that series. It's too much going on right now.
It is a lot. I like the Cavs, but I don't know with injuries. When you injure, who knows?
Yeah, you do. I agree. Now, as regards this Knicks Boston series, I'm rooting for y'all for the Knicks. I'm riding Knicks coattails. Boston ain't one to trifle with. Knicks just extended the series, winning this one at home in Boston rather, but I don't see them shooting 15 for 60 from three again. I don't see that happening again. So get ready, Knicks. Y'all got to strap up on that. And some of it due to y'all defense. The defense was moving, doing their thing. But I still don't see them shooting that bad again.
I think it's gonna be a long series, but I'm right now I'm leaning Boston.
Okay.
I love the Knicks. Well, I like the Knicks, but I see Boston.
I can't. I mean, you the champs until you dethrone. So they're the champs for a reason. They got, a good team. Tatum had an off game today. I know somebody in the chat said Tatum, not him. Tatum actually having a great year this year. He had an off game. We'll see if he could pick it up and put it together and make something happen. It's Sergeant Bass. I hear you with the Knicks, but you gotta hate Boston even more than the Knicks if you're a Sixers fan, bro. So I would rather see the Knicks win than Boston. And I actually like Tatum and Brown. I'm cool with both of them, but I can't fool with Boston like that. Yeah. But yeah, but good stuff. Good stuff, one guy.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We're gonna catch y'all. We will be at game 2.
When they play again, game 2.
I think it's Wednesday.
I
think it's Wednesday night. So we'll be Wednesday night. We'll be here. Hopefully, it's still an early game.
Brown is bull. I like Brown. Brown bull. He definitely.
Yep. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. We out.